Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I'm your host Ryan. Today we're going to do a little bit of tire testing. We got 4 sets of tires to look at, starting off with the ride tire. This one right here is going to be for your unprepped surface. Should be good for pretty much anything in terms of asphalt or flat surface to race on. The next tire should be the same sort of thing, however it's your budget / cheaper option from Tamiya or Amazon. We'll compare it against the ride tire and see what kind of results we get. This tire here should have some pretty good results. It's going to be your US GT sort of spec class RC tire. This one is used for racing, should be pretty good. This tire is more of your budget / cheaper option if you want to look at it that way for RC racing tire. Carbos will drive on it, but let's compare them to the rest. As we're doing this track walk, I do want to apologize for the wind noise in the rest of the video, but I had to go ahead and do a voiceover on this part because the wind noise was pretty excessive. I didn't want to have to put you guys through that. So just to take a look, we are walking behind the car as we're driving along. I put some information about the tires up there on the screen, where you can get them from, how much they normally go for, kind of like their general purpose for the tire. As you'll see, if you're searching for RC tires, they are kind of categorized for certain things, certain classes. So just kind of be aware of that as you're shopping around. But for right now, we are doing the track walk. We are on the kind of the furthest point away from us on the track. This is about to go down the back straight. So it'll be flat out going down through here. But I wanted to bring up 2 areas. There's an area right beside this pole here on the left. In the shadow right there is a little bit of a crack there. And kind of on the top of the hill that we just ran around, there's a bit of a crack there too. So if you're racing on stuff, kind of pay attention to your surface. That's not really going to affect us too much today, but just something to be aware of. We brought 3 cars out today. You saw we got this orange car. We have our BRZ and we have our GTR. Those are going to be our primary test subjects pretty much. The BRZ is going to be one trying to carry most of that load. We're going to try to get everything done on the BRZ. So we're going to be testing these cars, or testing these tires rather, on 2S and 3S. And we're going to have 5-minute race sessions. New battery for each set of tire. Each set of tire gets 2 runs, so 2 batteries per. So let's go ahead and take a look at the kind of layout, the kind of format, and kind of tell you why I'm kind of running this. I think what we're going to do is we're going to run the premium, then cheaper, premium, then cheaper. And I'm doing that because what I'd like to see is if I can drive the car pretty well on the premium tire, and I want to see if I notice the difference or step down or having issues or trouble driving versus the experience I just had from the premium tire. That's what I want to see if I can kind of get on this one. All right, these are the ride now, or not ride nows, freaking motorcycles. This is the ride tire, for unprepped surfaces. See how we do. I will say that I did notice a big difference in the car didn't slide around as much. It slid around like just a little bit on maybe the first or second lap, but then it really kind of came down to the whole session I was able to just get better at driving the car, trying to just drive the car. I didn't have to really worry about you know, slowing it down so I won't spin out, or you know what I mean. Like, I'm not overdriving the car. You know, I'm just trying to drive it, and I can drive the car better with these tires than I can the cheaper tires. So during that 5-minute session, I feel like I can get more time actually committing to turns, trying to drive, trying to, you know, get it around the track as fast as possible. On the other tires, I feel like most of that time is spent trying to get around the track, but trying to get around the track without sliding around and spinning out unnecessarily. So with these tires, we should see improvement in the lap time. But I wanted to show you, because as soon as I brought it over here, I took the body off and I was shutting it off. So I was powering it down, and then I just wanted to look at the tires down here, and I noticed that there is a crack right here. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. I've seen this happen before where tires have cracked on the cheaper ones also, and it's kind of inevitable if you crash. I should have that. Hopefully I have that on camera. If not, my apologies. But I did hit one of these cones, and somehow it just toppled end over end. So I guarantee you that's where that's from. Okay. Here we go. Something I noticed with the GTR was when I switched over to the cheaper tires from the ride unprepped surface tires here. So from the premium tire down to the cheaper tire, I noticed there was something to be said about the grip. There is less grip on these tires versus these ride tires here. So now we are back on the USGT premium tire. Alright, so we just got done running the premium USGT tires, the ride tires. Now, I will say that just now, during this particular race, out of all these sets of tires that we're testing here, this one was the only one that I crashed into a pole with. And it was the pole that's way out there. It's that one out there. Coming around this turn, trying to hug that white line and go across, and I ended up hitting that pole there. Now, that's unfortunate. You know, someone could say that, well, because, you know, I crashed into something, then that means that these were the worst tires. But I would say that when I was driving it, it kind of felt like I crashed because I was trying to push that limit of, I felt comfortable at the speeds, and I was just trying to get faster. I felt like I was trying to push it. So far, that's the only, this is the only tire that I've had that experience with. So again, for the premium USGT tire, that seems to be the most aggressive of the set of tires that I have here today. Take a look at seems like no good place to pick it up. I will say though that I did notice that I was still sliding just a little bit with these, similar but not nearly as much as these tires. So I thought that was kind of interesting. They were closer to these, but not quite as consistent. These ones were way more consistent. These ones did have grip, but there was still this kind of element of sliding in there. We'll see what happens on the second runs, but right now, as far as putting them on there, running them the way that they are, it seems like the cheaper tires just have this more sliding kind of element to them. They're a little more slippery on the surface. If you're gonna buy this USGT tire, I wouldn't necessarily get both of these, just because it's gonna cost a lot of money. I would rather just get more sets of the USGT tire and then save the money for either one of the two cheaper versions for just practicing and bashing around. But yeah, so I'd say if I was going to organize this, since we got 4 right here, I would say that this one is number 1. All right. I'd say for the money, I'd say this one's going to be number 2 for the money. I would also say this one will be number 3 for the money. And I'd say if you have the money, go ahead and get this one. I'm going to place it at number 4, but if you have the money, go ahead and get the USGT first, and then buy these second for the all-terrain, or not really all-terrain, but unprepped surface from Ride. I would get these if you have the money. If you want to spend all your money on really good tires, I would get these ones, the USGT tires from Ride, and then save some money and get some of these cheaper ones for bashing around and practicing on. So that's just my 2 cents for what I got here. All right, guys, so that wraps up today's video. Hopefully it was useful to you. So you can see that there is some differences between some of the tires, some of the more premium options, some of the more budget options. But take a look at the Lap Factory, take a look at our website, take a look at Tamiya, Amazon, just to see what's out there. and let us know what you think.